everyone. Welcome to India Silver Conference 2026. With us, we have Mr. Harshal from Metal Focus. Your data shows a strong industrial demand. How much of this is structural and versus silicon?
So I think industrial demand, if you look at over the last 4 years, has been hitting a series of record highs. So from 2021 to 2024, industrial demand was consistently rising. Last year, we saw a small drop. And I would say industrial demand in silver tends to be more structural in nature. Because if you look at the applications that are involving silver at the moment are, apart from photovoltaics, which is used in the solar industry, it is mostly in battery electrical vehicles, in data centers, in nuclear satellites, in defense. So all of this, in a sense, is not cyclical. It is always more structural in nature. And we think one is balancing the other. So while photovoltaic demand is trending lower because silver loadings in solar applications are going down. But at the same time, the other new emerging sectors like battery vehicles and data centers, I think they are supporting demand.
Where do you see the biggest difference between market perception and the actual data?
I think market perception is driven by what the consumers or the trade is witnessing at that point in time, and our work at Metals Focus is to speak to the industry and get feedback. So what we get actually is feedback from the industry before we come out with any data. So I don't think there is any perception mismatch as such, but of course with the silver price going almost double triple over the last year or so, there will always be variances in terms of certain people are seeing a bigger decline. For example, jewelry and silverware guys are seeing far larger declines, but at the same time investment demand is going well. So I would broadly say the perception matches with the reality.
How sustainable is the current supply demand imbalance in silver?
So I think in 2025 we saw a fifth year of deficit. So and 2026 we again see a deficit coming. So it is likely to be sustained in a sense is that as long as silver demand continues to do better, and unless we see a very strong response from the supply side, especially the recycling side, because mining supply does not grow as fast and does not respond as quickly to the higher price. So the only scope for the market to balance out is either investment or other sectors of demand, fall drastically, or you see a very big jump in recycling volumes globally, that more silver is coming back to the market. So unless that happens, I think the deficit will sustain. If we see a sustained consumer selling coming into the markets, then probably the market balance will change.
Are we underestimating the impact of energy transition on silver demand?
Because this is an evolving area, the geopolitical situation globally and, the use of silver in certain technologies, I think, yes, we are making a fair estimate of where we see the demand is going. But if suddenly one sector of the market starts exploding, then definitely, there could be a potential underestimation. But I think from what we project right now is more or less aligned with what the growth that the overall industry is seeing.
And what is the one data point the industry is currently ignoring but shouldn't?
Would say, again, the deficit, yes, it's a widely known issue. But the fact that, it can eventually, create another squeeze in the market like we saw last year in October. So I think that is one area to definitely look for, because currently, because the silver price is corrected and, it's turned sideways, people tend to think that maybe the deficit is no longer the driving factor. But it just needs one trigger for that squeeze to start coming into the market again. So that's definitely an area that everyone needs to watch.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, sir. We hope you have a great time here. And thank you, sir.